Hello and welcome to Tony's podcast. Today we dive into a thought-provoking exploration of history and what might have been. We're traveling back in time to look at the peace strategies of John F. Kennedy, the 35th president and the martyr of the United States, may his soul rest in peace in heaven, and his vision for peace in the Middle East. We will also imagine a world where JFK's vision was fully realized and how the Middle East and the world might look in 2024 if his peace project has endured. So sit back and let's embark on this historical journey together. John F. Kennedy, known for his charisma and eloquent speeches, was also a visionary when it came to peace. He believed in diplomacy and negotiation over conflict. His presidency marked a period of significant tension during the Cold War, and his approach to peace was revolutionary in many ways. Kennedy emphasized the idea of mutual understanding between nations. In his famous American University commencement address in 1963, JFK stressed that peace is not merely a Pax Americana, enforced by American weapons, but a peace based on gradual evolution in human institutions. He envisioned a world where differences were resolved through dialogue rather than force, and this was especially true when it came to the Middle East. Kennedy understood the complexities of the Middle East, its historical and cultural significances, and its geopolitical interstices. He believed that peace in the region was not just a matter of interest to the Middle Eastern countries, but crucial to global stability. He aimed to create a balanced U.S. foreign policy that respected the sovereignty of every nation involved. During his short tenure, JFK actively pursued a peace strategy in the Middle East that differed from the aggressive Cold War policies of containment. He sought a neutral stance, aiming to be a mediator rather than an intervener in Middle Eastern conflicts. Kennedy's administration fostered relations with countries on both sides of the Arab-Israel divide. He extended aid to Arab nations while also supporting Israel's right to exist. Kennedy saw the Middle East as a region where the United States could act as a stabilizing force, not by choosing sides, but by encouraging peaceful coexistence. He believed that helping the region develop economically was key to maintaining peace. Kennedy's foreign policy team drafted plans to promote development projects, support infrastructure building, and provide educational assistance in the Middle East, promoting a peaceful and prosperous region. JFK also intended to create diplomatic channels to address disputes, particularly the Israel-Palestinian conflict. He believed in a two-state solution long before it became a mainstream international policy. His vision included equitable resource distribution, especially concerning water rights, which have always been critical issues in the region. Now, let's include in a bit of historical speculation. What if JFK had survived his assassination in 1963 and continued to push his vision of peace and cooperation in the Middle East? If JFK's peace strategy had persisted, the Middle East in 2024 would likely be a vastly different place. His approach to diplomacy based on respect, mutual benefit, and dialogue could have set the stage for a more stable and unified region. In this alternate 2024, we might see the following scenarios: resolution of the Israel-Palestinian conflict, JFK persistence in pursuing a two-state solution could have resulted in an early resolution to the Israel-Palestinian conflict. By now, in 2024, the region could be celebrating decades of peace coexistence, with Jerusalem possibly serving as a shared capital. The fear and resentment that have fueled so much of the conflict might have dissipated, replaced by collaboration, economic and cultural initiatives between the two states. Economic prosperity. With Kennedy's focus on economic development, the Middle East might have transformed into a hub of trade, technology, and education. Kennedy's administration believed that economic security was directly tied to peace. By 2024, countries in the region might have become models of development driven by investment in infrastructure, education, and healthcare, with cooperation their competition-driven progress. Regional unity and cooperation. JFK's legacy might have fostered a regional organization similar to the European Union. Imagine a Middle East Union in 2024 where Arab nations, Israel, Turkey, and Iran work together on matters of trade, security, and environmental concerns. This union would promote dialogues and understanding, reducing the need for military intervention by external powers. The U.S. as a mediator, not an intervener. Kennedy's approach might have shaped U.S. foreign policy into a role of mediator and a peacekeeper rather than an intervener. By 2024, the U.S. could have been seen as a neutral partner, encouraging dialogue and negotiations rather than imposing solutions or supporting conflicts through military means. This would have reshaped America's image in the region, promoting goodwill and fostering partnerships. Nuclear non-proliferation. One of JFK's significant concerns was nuclear proliferation, not just globally but also in the Middle East. If his peace strategy had endured, it's possible that by 2024 the Middle East would have been declared a nuclear-free zone. With Kennedy's strong diplomatic channels, he might have persuaded both regional power and the international community to ensure that nuclear weapons did not become a factor in the Middle Eastern conflicts. JFK's vision for peace was rooted in dialogue, mutual respect, and the belief that economic prosperity is key to maintaining peaceful societies. If his vision had survived the turbulence of the 60s and the 70s and influenced subsequent U.S. foreign policies, we might now be witnessing a very different Middle East, one characterized by collaboration, prosperity, and long-term peace. Of course, history took a different path. Kennedy's assassination cut short his peace initiatives, and subsequent administration adopted various policies that often involved military interventions and picking sides in regional disputes. Yet the thought of what could have been is a powerful reminder of the potential impact of peace-oriented leadership. It encouraged us to reflect on current policies and consider the value of dialogue and mutual understanding. JFK Dreams was not just for America, but for the world. His strategies for peace remain relevant today as we continue to grapple with conflicts and seek lasting resolutions. So as we imagine what 2024 could have been, let's also think about what the future still can be. After all, the legacy of a visionary leader is not just in what they accomplished, but in how their dreams inspire future generations like us. Thank you for joining me on this journey into a different 2024. One shaped by the peace effort of John F. Kennedy. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with others. And don't forget to subscribe for more exploration of history, what ifs, and lessons we can learn for our world today. Until next time, stay curious and keep imagining a better world.